Good morning and hello. Welcome back to Hawk's Roost Book Nook. I am Becky Smith, and this is part 2 of my first video, which was an explanation and an askance of forgiveness for being gone from YouTube, but an explanation of why and the situations that created my absence. And I wanted to share that with you, as I said in the first video, because I was given courage by Mrs. Coggs. She is a wonderful, very well-known junk journalist, and as I watch her channel, I'm just fascinated by her wildlife videos and her videos and things about her garden. So it gave me the courage to share this video, give an explanation, and open some doors for me to do something that will combine well with my junk journals. So I invite you to come with me as I introduce you to the other component of my reason for being absent. This particular project has been gone from my life for about 14 years. I started my job at the Oregon Trail Center 14 years ago, and as you know, when you are busy and you're in upper management, sometimes it is hard to have things going on at home. That's why I created the flyby garden, so that I could just spend a few minutes in it and have some fresh fruit through the summer months. But absent from my life was one of the most special and unique, I don't know how to explain it. They just are companions to me. They are enhancements to my garden. In my mind, in my little fairy tale mind, every garden needs to have some of these. And I am so grateful to be blessed to have them back into my life. If we had not gone through the pandemic and the shutdowns, I would not have these available to me again as part of my life, and I hope to never lose them from my life again, because they truly help complete it. I love my cats, and they are my garden friends as well. These friends stay more in the barn. We have playtime out in the playpen that is really fun, and that's where I get my best entertainment. Television cannot even come close to the entertainment these fellers give me when I put them out in their playpen in the tall, tall grass. So let's go get introduced to my newest friends and dearest friends. Alrighty, let's get started with introductions. The first gentleman I would like you to greet is Mr. Finn. He is a Holland Lop rabbit, and I got him the first part of June, and he's a little male Holland Lop. Hello, Finn. You're just going to show the camera you're behind, right? Oh, there you go. Finn is about 8 months old. He is a Holland Lop, and he is a little male. And yes, I'm leaving him open to breed, because I hope to have little Holland Lops next spring. Can you say hello to everyone, Finn? Yes, I know you're looking for your kale. We will get your kale here in a little bit after we have photo time. So he is the male in my Holland Lop line. Next, we're going to meet Miss Frosty. Now, Frosty is my little female Holland Lop. Good morning, Frosty. How are you? How are you doing? Let's get your cage open so everyone can meet you and get to know you. Miss Frosty is exactly 1 year old, and she is my female Holland Lop, and she will have babies next spring. My barn was not complete, and I did not want to rush any breeding. I don't breed for pet shops. I don't breed for mass sales. I am going to be selective as to who I sell to for pets, but most importantly, I wanted to be able to breed these little guys, these Holland Lops, for 4-H kids to show at the fair and 4-H projects. So that's why this year no one's having babies and no one's getting pregnant, because I need to get set up with nesting boxes and a grow out pen. Luckily, this breed only has 4 to 6 in a litter, so it will be a very small litter, and we will be able to place them in homes. Yes, you want to say hello? Oh goodness, look at this. Now do you see why I enjoy these guys and I have missed them for 14 years? They are very personable and they are very fun. So we're going to move over to the next cage. We just brought in the hay last night, and if you've ever lived in rural America and you get your hay in for the winter, there is no better feeling and no comfortable feeling of being prepared than getting your hay in. And luckily my daughter raised this hay for me. She has a small acreage and she was able to get me some hay for my rabbits. The other breed that I breed is called Rex rabbits. Now, before I owned New Zealand's, they were strictly meat production because our little family was trying to survive on very little money. I think it was $5.50 an hour and 6 of us at home. But this time when I chose to get back into rabbits, I picked specialized breeds, the Holland Lops for their cute little ears, the Rexes for their beautiful fur. If you've never felt a Rex rabbit, it's like petting velvet. This is Peter. He is what's called an opal because that is the chin markings. He has a white chest and belly, and he has the beautiful white around his eyes. He is a buck, and which means he's a male. And, oh, yes, I guess he gets to show off his beautiful white cottontail as well. But he is part of the entourage that we will be having. Next to him is Edward, and Edward is what is called a blue. Even though he's the most beautiful, pale, you get him out into the sunlight, and he's like a silvery gray. He's just very, very beautiful. He is also a male. And I call him Edward because he just looks like a proper English gentleman. And he will be fun to have as well. And next to him is my little Willow. And Willow is very special because she is my female. And she will be the mother of future generations. And she is just beautiful. Her coloring, she's technically called a red doe or a red female, but her coloring was the color of the willows in the fall when it rains and there's moisture before snow falls. It's really bright red and yellow, and it's just gorgeous. So she is my female, and she will be the mother of the future generations. Now, if you know anything about raising rabbits, your females should have 1 litter before they turn a year old, and so that's why Frosty and Willow will each have a litter of children next year. And when they are all sold, if there is people interested, we will breed again. If there is not, we are not going to do that because I don't care to get a ton of rabbits. I don't have the time. I'm not fully retired yet, and I just find like the simpler I can keep my life, the better it is. And it's fun just to have 5 rabbits that I can take a half hour with each one of them after work when I am tired. And I have a special playpen. I think I can pan over to where that's at. If you can see that behind the blue chair, there's a playpen there that we put out, and I give each one of them 35 minutes in the playpen in the deepest grass I can find. My daughter was going to buy rabbit toys, and I said, oh, no, we've got natural rabbit toys. I says, this one, Miss Willow and Frosty, they love to tunnel in that grass. And they love to play, I don't know what you'd call it. They just play hide and seek in there, and it's really, really fun. So this is my barn. My husband built this for me 26 years ago. I share the barn with him. He has a beautiful buckboard, and we have a horse, Leo, that pulls it. And this is a place of peace for me. I love my barn. It is just somewhere where I can come and be peaceful after a hard day at work. Sometimes I just come out here and I just hang with my rabbits. And that is why I am so excited to have them back, and why I was so absent, because I needed to get them set up properly and get my cages hung. And I want to explain the reason I choose to have hanging cages is for cleanliness, for my rabbits, ease of cleaning up the barn, and also to be able to keep them up off the ground from predators. They can be a meat source if called upon to do so. The originals that you have been introduced to, I hope to keep on my property until they pass away, and then bring up a second generation of animals that could possibly breed. But these guys I plan on having as friends and companions as long as they can be healthy and happy and be with me. And they do bring me such great joy. I just cannot even begin to tell you the joy it is to have rabbits back in my life. I know that seems strange. It's probably like collecting paper clips or stamps. And those are wonderful hobbies, don't get me wrong. But not everyone is into having rabbits. But there's just a joy that comes from having them and watching their joy. And you know, it was really interesting the other day. I have had these guys for about 2 months now, and they are accustomed to my husband's voice and my daughter's voice. And when one of them was out in the playpen, this is Willow, the other day, she cowered down and she hunkered down because I had walked to the house real quick to bring out some kale to them. And she did not relax until I was back in her presence. So it's humbling to me to realize how much they depend on me for their safety and for their happiness. And I thank God every day for the bounty He has given me. And I pray that I am a good steward to this beautiful bounty and these beautiful lives that I have as companions that could feed me if necessary, but more importantly, bring me the joy and the happiness that can't be found anywhere else. And if you've ever had a chance to be a part of a living, breathing animal that produces for you, you understand how sacred it is to have them in your life and to make sure that they are the healthiest and happiest that they can be, because it is a true gift and you are a steward over them. And so I'm very grateful to have them back in my life. They sure bring me a lot of joy. So I hope you will enjoy this video. If you need to skip over it because you're not into this, I totally understand. And I will get back to making journals probably more actively this fall as the weather gets colder and snowier. But I do have plans to put some items on my Etsy shop that I have no need for. I've over-prepared them and I've overdone them. And I just want to share with others, and it would help me clear out the space I have for junk journaling and allow me to create more journals. And as you can probably tell, there's going to be a few bunny journals that will be produced shortly. So I hope you've had a wonderful time, and I appreciate your watching my videos, your subscriptions. If you enjoy this, please like and subscribe, because I will be doing more videos. I have some very cute videos I will post of these guys in their playpen, and you will see the wonderful entertainment that I get to visit with and get to see and be around and spend time with. So you all have a blessed day, and keep your chin up and find beauty wherever you can, and enjoy the small and simple things of your life. Thank you, and have an awesome week.